All right, guys, so we're in a trade. So I'm in a trade, and I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I lost the other account. I locked the other one away, but this one I lost today. And we took a YM long. We took an NQ longs right here, and we lost. No, these were the NQ longs, YM, and then eventually. This is another thing too. Like, we were just rushing the trades, and we basically lost. This one I really don't have any sort of just like feel. I guess I'm like numb to the trades, and like the expectation. I guess like I could care less if it wins or if it loses anymore at this point. Every trade I take, I feel like I just lose. But when I'm live trading, I'm not really following the system to the tick, as opposed to when I'm back testing and when I'm live trading. So if I go over the trades, which I will, I feel like I'm just rushing into trades, and I'm not really like. Same thing with this one. I feel like I just rushed into it. I wasn't really like, like going through my checklist, going through every single confluence to make or like distinguish the trade from a high quality trade and the ones that are in my playbook. Today I just I really rushed trades, and I'm not really happy with the performance of today. So let's go over here. The first trade was right here. Let's clean all the drawings up. So this was the first trade on the 1 minute. Let's mark it out real quick. On the other one, or this trade, the one I'm currently in, I really could care less what happens, honestly. And I'm not saying that like in a bad way or any way, like it's genuinely just how I feel. I really could care less if we win or lose. It was a bad trade, honestly. It was a bad trade. I don't think I should have took it. I don't think I broke my rules. I should be trading one trade a day. I should have been done after this trade. But again, we broke the rules. We're aiming for 1-to-1 here. And we did enter off of the 3-minute confluence, which was a change in state of delivery. So this was my first trade right here. Let's add the right here. There we go. So we had a change in state of delivery. This was my confluence to enter the market here. And then eventually I thought this was going to get inverse. Every other market was inversing this. ES, NQ, YM. All these markets were inversing this fairly up, which I was looking at to take the longs on YM, and I thought, man, YM's going to catch up. YM's going to move up higher with the other ones, and that never happened. Like the market chopped around, stalled. We also had a 30-minute confluence here, which was the BPR. That was my main kind of confluence here on this one. And then eventually on the 5-minute or the 15-minute, that's where my CRT was. Confirmation time from here, we had a 15-minute CRT. Boom. Every other market also formed that CRT there. So on the 3-minute time frame, everything looked like it was going to play out perfectly. I thought, boom, third candle's going to open up. We're going to move up higher, skyrocket. Never happened. You know what I'm saying? ES, all of them had that 15-minute confluence too. So that's kind of another reason why. This one didn't really have a wick, so it just used the body, and then it closed above the body there. And again, on the 3-minute, this looked perfect. This looked beautiful. And it just never went up. NQ even also formed it, like NQ. Oh, here comes the NQ trade though. Let's go over this one now. Let's go over this NQ trade. So we took a long right here at, let's see, which one was the highest? 33. So 33.00. The fails have been bad, I won't lie. And then we got stopped out 80.20, 80.20, 75, 1, 2, 3. All right, there. This was the trade idea right here. We entered, then we got stopped out. We had a 1-minute change in state, and we also had what right there, a change in state of delivery, and we also had that buy center balance form, and that's kind of what the confluence was to enter. We also had a 30-minute CRT there form right here with this one. And again, we just got disrespected. We got slapped on. We got disrespected. We waited for the 30 candles to close. 30 candles to open, and then eventually the second one to close, and this one just formed this. I thought, this was going to be the low. I thought I was going to catch the low. I thought I was going to bottom tick this shit, and then boom, it just got wrecked, and it went nowhere. Again, just following the order flow, continuing to follow the order flow. The market should have had a 5-minute change in state of delivery, and that should have been our confluence to enter, but that never happened. Or even a 30-minute confluence, or a 3-minute confluence. Like a 3-minute change in state of delivery would have been a lot more of a higher confluence. But the YM one was good. I won't lie, the YM trade, this one right here, wasn't bad. this wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have just took this L and like walked away and be like, all right, that was a decent L to take. You know, like that was a decent one. I could take that one to the chin. You know, like should have called it a day there. This was a good trade, but it was just like a little bit too deep into a premium. You know, we should have waited more for the BPR to be hit. Probably sweep the lows, retrace, form a breaker, push up higher. That would have been a more higher quality setup trade for us to take, but then just never really like formed. It was just before the move actually happened. You know, like everything here was nice. Everything was following the model. It just didn't play out. You know, we had a 15-minute CRT, everything was forming nice. This one just failed to realize, you know, the move was not there yet. Until YM formed this inversion and eventually started to push up without the change in state, you know, showing the change in state was good, but the inversion would have like confirmed it even more. So we should have waited for that to then take the entry. Even though if the risk or reward would have been skewed, it would have been perfectly fine. You know, we could have moved the stop loss up here. That would have been perfectly fine. We could have just moved the stop loss, you know, move the take profit if the other markets were going to move. Eventually they would have, because if this one would have continued to pump up, the other ones would have pumped up also. So yeah, this one pretty much failed to live up to its expectation, and yeah, we just got punished for it. Rushed into this one in Q1 also. We just rushed into it, bro. On the 1 minute we rushed into it. Again, we should have waited for a higher time from confluence. Since we're trading on the 30-minute confluence, we need a higher time from confluence. So the first loss, we were entering too early, rushing into the trade. We're not really having the strongest confirmation yet. The second trade, not having the higher time from confirmation. We need, or like a higher time from entry confirmation. We need we need a 3-minute, you know, change in state of delivery, or this 3-minute inversion to get inverse. You know, like we just rushed into the trades today, honestly, which we got punished for. I won't lie, we got punished for it. We should have just been simply on sidelines, watching, tape reading, waiting for the high quality setup. And again, breaking above this high. That 1 minute confluence wasn't enough. You can see it got disrespected. Again, since we're trading against the order flow, the 1 minute confluences aren't really going to be powerful enough, especially with this higher time frame confirmation. You know what I'm saying? And we honestly didn't have any SMT. We should have waited for SMT to form on either NQ or YM, NQ or ES, I mean, to then take the trade on this one, but that never happened because ES never really formed any sort of SMT. We were just trading the lows. So yeah, you know, it's honestly, I think we did have SMT, right? No, but that was later on after this 1236. Yeah, after 1236. Yeah, that was after 1236. So yeah, we just failed to realize that there, and that was pretty much really it. And then we go to the MNQ. This was the last trade we took. This one right here, we entered a lot earlier than, again, really just a 1 minute inversion fair value gap. This was my inversion fair value gap entry somewhere around here. I entered, and I thought, you know, this is gonna be the pump up. I thought, you know, my stop loss is gonna be right here. I thought I was gonna bottom tick again. I was gonna catch the top. That never happened. Market stopped us out. We entered more as soon as we saw the 3 minute, you know, up here. I entered more FOMO, or I was just like impatient. Again, impatience really just blew my head off, bro. I was impatient as hell today, and I got punished for it. That's how we blew this account. And then eventually we're on this one, on this YM trade. Honestly, again, I don't care if I lose this one. I'm not really even gonna lie to you guys. I entered way too soon. I'm gonna get punished for it, and I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over this trade now. So on the 1 hour time frame, we had a 1 hour CRT here form, and we completed it, basically hitting the 50%. 30-minute time frame, again, that 30-minute that BPR was my main confluence for this trade. So if we do get stopped out, that's perfectly fine with me, bro. And we also had 30-minute CRT here form. I told you guys we had 30-minute CRT, and we also had that 5-minute change in state of delivery, which was one of my main confluences with the 5-minute bias and imbalance, which currently isn't getting, you know, respected, and we might disrespect it, and we might, you know, lose here, which is honestly, I'm not even gonna trip. I won't even trip if I take this loss. I knew I should have not bought another account and taken a trade. I should just walked away and called it a day, but I failed to realize that. And that's another thing too, bro. Like, I need to follow my rules. 1 trade a day, I'm walking away after a L or a loss or a win. So with the next account, or the one that's like still that's locked out right now, I'm gonna lower the risk. I'm only gonna risk 1%. I'm gonna aim for consistency. I'm done trading, you know, like 3% per trade idea, trying to pass, you know, the account in 2 days. I'm gonna just simply aim for consistency, 1% or 500 USD per trade idea, risking 1-to-1 while risk to reward, and I'm just gonna try to pass the account off of consistency, bro. I don't care. We can, you know, I don't care how long it takes me. I'll try to pass that account as long as it takes, you know, the consistency. That's what's gonna build the confidence. And again, just sticking to the model, sticking to the rules, 1 trade a day, that risk amount, 1% basically, and then not entering too early, not being impatient, not having FOMO, bro. That's one of the things I'm really dealing with right now, and that's hurting my trading the most, is being impatient rushing and trying to get funded, get a payout. That's the worst thing that I have to deal with right now. And just also sticking to the rules, being disciplined, bro. Sticking to the checklist, waiting for every single confluence to form, bro. I don't know why I continue to rush into trades knowing that I'm not 100% going to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking a stab. Those trades I showed you earlier, guys, I was taking a stab. The YM trade, the first one, should have waited for the 3-minute inversion. We're taking a stab. Second NQ trade, we're trying to bottom tick off of the 30-minute CRT. That's third candle. That's barely opening up. The confirmation was there. It's just the 3-minute inversion also with the 3-minute change was a stab. We didn't get it. Last one, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I just took a stab. This one, a stab. Again, this one was good. We had a 30-minute, 5-minute. I should have not been taking this though. Why? Because the first two trades I should have walked away. I should not be on the charts right now. And that's basically what pretty much happened. And yeah, like it's unfortunate and I'm getting punished for it, but it's, again, I just can't seem to walk away after a loss, and I just simply also can't sit on my hands long enough to the point where I wait for something that's high quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, today is the low quality day. We're back and forth. We're not really moving anywhere with speed. The move is done. The move should have been up here. This is like the move right here at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock all the way to 11. That's where the real move happened. That's where the trades should have been taken, basically. And again, if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. I could care less, honestly, about this trade idea right now. The only thing really I'm thinking about is, like, why do I keep losing? Like, I'm getting numb to the point where, like, I really don't feel anything when I lose anymore. Because, again, I'm buying accounts, I'm blowing them, and I'm trading. I continue in my mind to think that I'm trading the system, but I'm really not. Like, again, when I'm back testing, I have good results. I'm trading. I'm like on a 5 trade win streak. I'm doing well. I'm following the system. I'm waiting for every single confluence. I'm hesitating to take trades that aren't like 100% there on, like whenever we're back testing with the system and then going through the checklist. And I hesitate. And boom, I should be hesitating whenever I'm live trading. But no, I just jump the gun and I take the trades for no reason. And it pisses me off, bro, because like live trading versus back testing, I'm doing 100% better back testing than live trading. Live trading, I would have expected myself to do better, but no, we're rushing, we're impatient, we're getting FOMO, we're not 100% sticking to the model. You know what I'm saying? So all the back tested results, all the things, statistics don't matter simply because I'm like rushing into trades when I'm live trading. So like, we're not really waiting for certain confluences to form on the entry time frame, on the the confirmation time frame. Like last week, I had trouble waiting for the confirmation time frame. I was entering before like the 15 or 30 minute form the confluence. This week, what entries? We're jumping the gun way too early. We're not waiting for a 3-minute inversion or a 3-minute change in state, or we're not walking away after one L or one W. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just pisses me off, bro. And like, I really do feel angry because like, I feel like with trading, bro, I should be seeing the results I want, but I'm not seeing it because I'm not sticking to what I say I'm gonna do. That's the first thing. And I'm not following my system or my checklist or my trading model all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm deviating away from it, and that's why I'm getting those results that I shouldn't be getting, because I'm not 100% following it. And today, like, I'm after this video, guys, I'm really gonna walk away and just call it a day here. And I probably won't even edit this video. I'm just gonna walk away, upload it, and go to the gym. And if the trade wins, it wins. I really could care less. I'm about to close all the charts off, and just walk away and call it a day. I don't even want to look at the charts. Again, I could really care less if we lose or if we win. If we win this, bro, like, I could care less. If we lose, I could care less, bro. Like, the next account or after this account, if we do good or if we lose, if we blow it, I really could care less. We're still gonna copy trade it. We're gonna copy trade it to the other account, and we're gonna be risking 1% per trade idea. And that's it, bro. Like, that's really it. I'll journal it when I come back, and I'll review everything and just go through my trades and my checklists and all that. And I'm probably going to be back testing later today. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. I'll update the vid. I'll update you guys tomorrow. So yeah, peace.